What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to the Tree Show for this Tuesday, November the 1st. 9 days left till we get to the midterm elections. Oh boy, are you ready like I'm ready? I know I'm ready. I'm sure you're ready. Anyway, enough chit chat. We have some good news and some bad news and just some regular news for you today. So as always, we start us off with international news. Enjoy. So I haven't talked about this. I don't think I ever focused on this because I just didn't care because, hey, if Western countries are going to destroy themselves, what can I do? The only thing I can do is try to save my country, the United States. But UK is being invaded with still for I guess this for the last, 5-6 years it's been going on, maybe even longer. But it's actually has gone crazy. And with the fact that they're having energy problems and high gas prices and high inflation, they are accepting like hundreds of thousands of migrants almost like every week. And their crisis is just as bad as ours. The only difference is that we have more people. You know what I'm saying? We have more. America, from my understanding, we have more people in America than they do in the UK, and we're on par on equal migrations coming into the country. But at least Trump stopped a lot versus when Biden got into the office. For the last 2 years, we've been having a huge influx, but they have been really getting crazy over there. So this is this chick right here, name is Suella Braverman. And I don't know, I guess she's like in charge of the migrant crisis, but look at her. Hold on. Let's look at her, right? Does this look like somebody who's really caring about the migrant crisis? Where is her papers? Okay. All right. Jesus. Here we go. And another alarming revelation about the reality of the extent of the channel migrant crisis, which needs to be right at the top of, and I cannot pronounce. So this is the new prime minister. Holy, is this, what is this? Is this India or is this the UK? I mean, is it Rishi? Oh guys, somebody help me pronounce this name. Anyway. So the Home Office clandestine channel threats commander Dan Mahoney, told the Commons Home Affairs Committee that there had been an exponential rise in the illegal crossings from Albania facilitated by criminal gangs. Same thing that we're experiencing here, they're experiencing over there. The only difference is that the migrants are traveling on foot coming into America versus the migrants coming from Africa. They're coming here on boats. Lots and lots of little raft boats, regular boats, big boats, small boats, and they're all coming in here through, instead of coyotes, they got gangs coming in there. And it's a huge problem. Why are they focused? How did we get to that part? Oh, I just went too far down. So this is their, I don't know. I guess the reason why I wanted to share this story is that, like, what's going on with the westernized countries right now, just slowly destroying themselves. We're in a moment of history where a lot of the westernized countries are just like, you know what, let's just go all out and just go out slowly and just, just let people just take over what our ancestors did. And I'm, what I'm saying, what can you do? What can you do? Anyway, so we're going to talk about the little man who's always speaking about how much money and weapons he needs to get. Because as you know, can't say the Z word or we get ding. 4 million people in Ukraine affected by power cuts, says the little man begging for money and weapons. Now listen, I talked about this in detail on the Treetop news yesterday. If you would like to see that, go to treeoflogic.com, and that will be the most recent link that was uploaded yesterday on the news and updates. So I told you all what had happened in reference to the strategic bombing that's been done by Russia. And so I can't really go into specifics here because that is a foreboding information, but feel free to go to my Telegram. Link is available in the description box. About 4 million people across Ukraine are being affected by rolling power cuts due to Russian strikes on electricity infrastructure. Ukrainian President, the little man who's always begging for money and weapons, said in his Friday evening address. Earlier on Friday, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said that Moscow had completed the mobilization of 300,000 reservists in just over a month. The minister's comment came a day after Moscow-backed head of the Crimea region said that the evacuation of civilians from occupied Kherson had been completed. Read our live blog to see how the day's events unfolded. All times are Paris time. This is I can't say that this is a neutral. France 24 is not neutral, but they're not pro-Ukraine either, and they're not pro-Russia. They're not. I guess it depends on how they feel during the day. But I'll definitely leave a link to this in the description box so you all can check it out. It's pretty informal and pretty informational, and you're going to have a lot of information that's always updated, as you can see right here. They always constantly updating this. So this is a good page that I'm going to give you a link to. All right, Italy. Oh my goodness. Mamma mia. Ottimo spaghetti. Electric car charging in Italy more expensive than gasoline. You don't say. You don't say. Really? Really? How are them sanctions working, by the way? Skyrocketing electricity prices have pushed the cost higher for EV drivers, a study shows. Charging an electric car in Italy will cost 161% more than a year ago due to the higher electricity costs. Consumer portal what's this? It reported last week. Oh, that's the name of the paper. Okay, that's never mind. Due to rising energy prices, in some cases, refueling an electric car is more expensive than the traditional one. And if you are recharging not at home, but at a public rapid station, the prices would be even higher. Y'all ain't gonna never get me into an electric vehicle. You could give it to me. Somebody could give me an electric vehicle car, and I'm like, I'll have that sucker sitting in the garage forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Experts have calculated that the previous cost of charging an electric car in the country was 50 to 70% lower than the refueling gasoline or diesel models. Now, a full battery of a quote-unquote green car can cost more than a full tank of petrol. Yeah, no lies detected. You're never going to have gas be outdone by these EV cars. It just doesn't make any sense. But once again, like if you want to see a lot of other news for international news, I'm going to save the rest for my Telegram. There's a lot of things I can talk about, a lot of things I can share, and a lot of insight that you can get with receipts as well as news articles so that you can understand what's happening over there in NATO, in EU, in the UK, in Russia, the Baltic Sea. That's really big, okay? And I mean the Black Sea, not the Baltic Sea. Sorry. The Black Sea. That's something going on over there with Turkey and also Rocket Man in Korea, North Korea. So Link to my Telegram is available in the description box as well. So without further ado, let's move over now to national and local news. Oh, Lordy, can y'all believe that the CDC director done tested positive for COVID again? How is that possible? She is fully vaccinated and fully boosted. Oh my goodness, good thing she had that, or she would have been in a hospital in ICU. Center for Disease Control and Prevention Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky, who tested positive for COVID-19 earlier in October. That was like a month ago. Took a course in Paxlovid, tested negative, and then tested positive again, according to the CDC. I'm not gonna read this. All I'm gonna say is, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just. Ooh, fully vaccinated, fully boosted. Keep that in mind. Facebook fined $25 million for campaign law violation. I just wanted to see what this was all about. I don't know what's going on, but I like to hear that they're going to get sued because I can't stand Facebook. Facebook's parent company, Meta, was fined some $25 million on Wednesday after a judge ruled that the company had racked up more than 800 violations of a Washington state campaign transparency law that's been on the books since 1970s? Ruh-roh. What's that all about? For Meta's repeated violation of Washington's law, a county superior court judge ruled that the tech company must pay a maximum possible fine under the statute on a whopping 822 violations for a total of more than $24,600 million. Now, this is really bad for Mark Zuckerberg. And the reason, excuse me, sorry about that. The reason why this is a bad thing for him is because the stock went really under for Meta. A lot of people weren't interested in it, and it didn't do as projected. So with that being said, with the stock market, just basically the shares are so low, and then he has to pay $25 million. I really don't know how much Mark Zuckerberg is worth. I know he's worth more than $2 billion like Kanye used to be. Yes, I'm going to be taking digs at him for the rest of the week. Get used to it. I think Zuckerberg is a billionaire. Like more likely he's in the 3 digits. I could be wrong. Somebody go and fact check me, but this couldn't happen to a better person and a better person's company. Supreme Court says now this is not a good news, by the way, and just get ready for this. Supreme Court says federal government can enforce masks on airplanes. I think they can do this because it's a private company, right? The United States Supreme Court on Monday allowed a ruling to stand that gave the TSA, I'm getting triggered. Ooh, okay. Whew. All right. Every time I see those 3 alphabets, I just get triggered. The authority to require travelers to wear masks on airplanes during the COVID pandemic. The D.C. District Court of Appeals previously ruled that the TSA, I hate the TSA. I hate them so much. Ruled that the TSA had the authority to require travelers to wear masks. A California lawyer sued to challenge the mask requirement on airplane and trains. Okay. Corbett versus TSA and lost, Bloomberg reported. The United States Supreme Court let stand a ruling that said the Transportation Security Administration could require airline passengers to wear masks during the height of the pandemic, keep in place and precedent issued by a key federal appeals court. The United States Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit ruling said TSA had broad authority to maintain security and safety during the national emergencies. TSA scrapped its mask mandate in April after a federal judge in a different case said the requirement exceeded the agency's power. The Supreme Court order is a defeat to Jonathan Corbett, a California lawyer and self-described frequent flyer who sued to challenge the mask mandate. You in California with a mentality like that? Okay. He asked the Supreme Court to either take up his appeal or declare the case legally moot and wipe away the D.C. Circuit opinion so it couldn't serve as a precedent. I mean, this is the reason why I don't get on planes until this whole, I probably won't get on a plane until the next elections, because this is when this whole, right now, while Biden is the president, and as of right now, the House and the Senate is controlled by a majority of demon rats. They're going to cater to this whole thing about the mask, get a winning mask, men and get a man a mask. So while that's in the case, and I know they stopped with the mandates, but I still don't trust them. Anything can happen. All right. Listen, I want you guys to go to Liberty South Media. Okay. When you finish with this video, please go to Liberty South Media. The link to, if you want to wait until the end of the video, I will have a direct link in the credits. So like if you sit here and wait till the end of the credits, you'll see a link to my other channel. I uploaded a video letting you all know, and this is kind of bad news, that the free speech that Elon was talking about, turns out I was right. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Over 1,500, and we're talking about more than that, accounts were banned. I'll tell you why they were banned. By the way, I'm not angry about the ban, because like those fools should have at least came back to Twitter and just chilled out. But I'm not going to waste the time talking about the video on this video. I needed content for my other channel, and this was a really good video to talk about. So go check it out. So in the meantime, let's talk about some more things developing over at Twitter. Elon Musk's inner circle worked all weekend to plan Twitter layoff. Now, he moved it down from 70. I think he said he was going to fire 75% of Twitter staff. He moved it down to 50. So slowly but surely things are being dialed back. Also, he's not going to let Trump come back on Monday until he finished hiring his new board, moderation board, I think is what it's called. And once he does that, he's going to once he has his moderation board, he's going to basically have them look over it. So let's read that. According to recent reports, members of Elon Musk's inner circle worked along Twitter's remaining senior executive through the weekend to discuss the site's approach to content moderation and plan to lay off 25% of the workforce in the first round of staff cuts. And then he's going to move it up to the max, about 50%. The Washington Post reports that members of Elon Musk's inner circle reportedly worked with Twitter's remaining executives over the weekend to detail how the site will approach content moderation, as well as plans to lay off 25% of the workforce. Alex Spiro, a celebrity lawyer who has represented Musk for many years, was reportedly leading these conversations. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this is going to turn out. And let's see if Elon is going to be backing down on much more of what he said about free speech and moderation and all the promises that he's slowly breaking But we'll see, because so far he's still in the beginning stages, and we'll see how this turns out. Continuing on Twitter news, Elon Musk orders massive cuts to Twitter's notorious left-wing employee population. So after he had the meeting, and now the cuts are coming. Elon Musk has reportedly ordered massive job cuts across Twitter immediately after his official takeover on the company on Thursday. The Tesla CEO is also requesting that managers review employees on the social media company. Now, this is okay. I'm okay for here. This is really good to hear. Musk has ordered the job cuts across the company, with some teams to be curtailed more than others. 3 people who refuse to be identified with knowledge of the matter told the New York Times. Additionally, some managers are being asked to create lists of employees to cut, they said. Oh, they got a bad list. While the scale of layoffs could not yet be determined, Twitter currently has about 7,500 employees, the New York Times noted. Twitter not only has too many employees for its level of revenue, according to Silicon Valley wisdom, but also has an employee base comprised of radical lefties, such as those who wrote an open letter to Musk demanding their jobs remain intact. Quote, I was told to expect somewhere around 50% of the people will be laid off. Ross Gerber, the chief executive of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Manager, said. Moreover, the Twitter layoffs are to take place November the 1st. That's today! Oh, guys, look! Christmas done came early. Today is going to be a lot of layoffs. So let's get our cups and get ready to drink them liberal tears or commie tears. You know what I'm saying? Either way, they're on the left. So it was having place before November the 1st, when employees were scheduled to receive stock grants as part of their compensation, the report said. I don't know. We're going to find out. All right, moving on. Oh, this is good news. I got some good news for you guys, okay? Remember the football coach who would always pray after the game, and then some crazy lefty went and reported and have him fired, and he had to take his case all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said you can't do that, and then he sued, and then they settled out of court. Well, guess what? They have also hired him back. This is great news. High school football coach fired for praying after game reinstated. The United States court ruled in favor of praying football coach Kennedy in a decision released in June 2022. As a matter of fact, there was a movie. You know what? I should upload that movie to the website, because I heard it was a really good movie. In a 6-3 vote, Thomas Court sided with Joseph Kennedy, who lost his job in the Bremerton School District after he knelt at midfield after the games to offer a quiet personal prayer. Now, here's the deal. If it was somebody Muslim, they wouldn't have never done this. You know they would have never done this. So, yeah, this is his, no, this is just a news story right here. Coach Kennedy was fired in 2015 for silently kneeling after a football game on the 50-yard line. According to Kennedy, the school said you can choose between your faith and your job, and then fired him after he continued to silently pray after games. But anyway, I can go on and on. This, like most of the other articles, will be available for you all to read in the description box below. And the saving the best for last, baby. The best for last. Video, Bubba Wallace booed heavily during driver introduction. Oh, you know we got to watch that, baby. Okay. Bubba Wallace may be a darling of the left sports media, but he is clearly not the popular among NASCAR fans, as evidenced by the loud and clear booing of the greeted Wallace during driver introduction this weekend. What? Y'all mean y'all finally waking up? Where have y'all been? Fresh off his one race suspension for shoving Kyle Larson, the smallest man in NASCAR. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, he's so big and bad, right? Fans of Martinsville treated Wallace to a course of booze. As the Athletics' Jen Gluck reports, the booing for Wallace was greater than any other driver we've seen. We're going to watch it in a minute. I haven't seen it, by the way. I haven't seen it. While Wallace will always maintain a residual level of unpopularity among NASCAR fans for the brouhaha. Okay, that's what that is. Brouhaha resulting from the 2020 claim that the garage pool was a noose, a claim investigated and discredited by the FBI alphabet boys. The reaction to Wallace in this case is more likely due to his bullying on the much smaller Kyle Larson earlier. This is what it took. It took him bullying a smaller white driver. Like the noose wasn't like the last straw, right? What can you do? You can't do nothing, right? You do baby steps, I guess, with these people. Baby steps. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me enlarge this. I'm like, you guys should have just been got rid of. I don't know if it's the white guilt or what. I can't. I don't know what to think. Like, this is your last straw? All right, here we go. Let's listen to Bubba get booed. Bubba! Hold on. Sorry about this, guys. Had my inner mic on, so sorry about that. All right, let's play that now. Bubba Wallace! I've heard better. Not impressed. Okay. I mean, baby steps, I guess. Anyway, that concludes national and local news. Stay tuned for Ridiculousness coming up right now.
Question. Have you ever had your booty power washed?
Once again, Kanye West, aka Ye, is making my dreams come true. I told you, I don't want him to be quiet. I want him to keep going and going and going. Unfortunately, the fool is trying to censor himself, and he's not doing such a good job in person, but doing a decent job on the interweb. By the way, this dodo head purchased Parler. He's back on Twitter along with Instagram. Remember, he was in timeout on Instagram. He's back on Instagram. He's been uploading messages on Instagram and then deleting them. And now he's totally full throttle on Twitter. And I'm saying to myself, what was the purpose of you purchasing Parler if you're never going to tweet on, if you're never going to be active on it? So you just wasted money on a platform that, one, you don't use, and two, you don't even promote. I'm like, what? Anyway, I guess y'all still think he's a genius. First of all, let me just show you. I'm going to talk about this story, but let me just go over some things with you guys, okay? Kanye West is losing it, okay? Now he's asking his ex-wife, well, it's not official, but remember, they have a custody case coming up next month, all right? He wants half custody. He wants shared custody, and she's like, no, you too crazy, and she wants to get complete custody and supervise. And I think I don't know this for sure. Supervise visits. I'm not sure, but here's something I want you guys to understand. First of all, it's pathetic the fact that just because your wife is a billionaire and you lost your billions because you couldn't keep your mouth closed, okay? And respect us Jordans, all right? That's why you over here begging her for money. She's going to turn a big no to you. But he was over at, I think this was at Storms Out of Saints. This is with his son's soccer game. So Kanye West storms out of Saints soccer game after a heated exchange. He had a heated exchange with a parent from the other soccer team, and then with this is Kim assistant right here. I don't want to play this because TMZ, they got this video on lockdown. As you can see, it's got I think it's got TMZ in it. Yeah, if you play it, it'll show the fake TMZ logo on there. The thing about it is that if you play the video and you don't play the music, they'll still give you a copyright content ID. It doesn't matter because somebody sold this footage to TMZ, and so they have the legal rights to it, and they will definitely flag this video down. But as always, I'll leave this. I'll leave a link to this in the description box so you can see for yourself. So there's that. But here we are here. I've seen this video, as a matter of fact. I have it. I don't think I have the link to it. But he comes out, of course, he has his old butt kissers, telling him, oh, you a genius. This is what you're doing. Nobody's talking any sense to him. But I thought it was funny, let me read to you. By the way, I can't play this video because he is using profanity out the wazoo, and I don't feel like doing all that editing. Once I put this together, I'm going to upload it and I'm going to bed. Okay, I've been up too long reading it. So here we go. All right, here we go. Where Kanye was outside, and I think the woman who's going to sue him is George Floyd's daughter named Roxy Washington. So let's read this real quick. I gave $2 million out of my pocket for the family to help George's daughter. Your daughter, he said. How much did BLM give? Many gave words, I acted. Okay. Kanye, nobody told you to do that, Kanye. Nobody. Trust me, the last thing that chick need is more money. All right. Let's not forget all that GoFundMe in addition to the civil suit that they won. Kanye then said that Roxy Washington wants to sue him as he undergoes an economic lynching. Is that what you call it? You did this yourself, fool. An economic lynching, a digital lynching, and a social credit score bankruptcy. In the wake of this, hold on. Okay, there we go. In the wake of this business being sabotaged due to his anti-Semitic comments, he has not apologized for and has continued to emphasize. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm here for. This. I love it when this fool keeps digging deeper. Now, what I'm not here for is him self-censoring. Go ahead and keep saying what you got to say. So there's that. So this is what he said on Twitter. You're either being controlled or you're being greedy, but you better get some business. For God get mad. How you going to blame this on God, dude? Really? This is how you try someone who is there for your family. You will never get money from no one else. God don't like ugly. Look at you, MFer. Excuse me. Look at your MFing hat. Your hat ugly. You know how I feel about ugly hats. To the Floyd family, I apologize to you and the black community for the comments on Drink Champs. Humbly. Now come get Roxy before she mess up y'all money. The Bible is the umbilical cord. Stay connected. And then Kanye West with some words of apology to George Floyd family, plus a shade to Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Ariana Grande, Kendall Jenner, and Nicki Minaj. I don't know why he got issues with them, whatever, but yeah. So Kanye still making enemies. He's burning so many bridges with black people. That's what I'm here for, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with him burning bridges with my Jewish tribe, okay? Zion forever, you know, the most powerful people, okay? Fear them. Okay? You keep that name out your mouth. Anywho, let me stop playing around. But the thing about it is that you are making black people mad, and I think so many people, so many top black prominent people have contacted him. I forget the Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons even contacted this fool, said, "Hey, come on over and let's relax your mind." And he was like, "Nah, see, y'all don't understand. I gotta get with them business folks. They gonna have to give me a better contract." Dude, you're done, Kanye. You're done. But dude, don't shut up. Keep it up. Keep talking, because I'm waiting for that custody court case. I may even air it if we're allowed, because I'm here for that drama every time. Because I want to know, when is your breaking point? And I believe your breaking point is with your children. If the judge tells you that you are, one, not going to have shared custody of your kids, and two, when you do visit your kids, you're going to have to do it under the conditions that you're actually seeking some professional help, you're on your medication, and you have to submit supervised visitation until it's deemed by a professional that is safe to keep the kids with you, you know, saying unsupervised. That's probably your breaking point, because you do love your kids, but apparently you don't think before you speak because you're emotional. You never had a daddy in your life, and you're just acting like a woman. You're just so hunched right now. And to be honest, the fact that he was acting like this at his son's soccer game, and Kim is surrounded by bodyguards, honey. Ain't nobody coming close to her. All right, not even Kanye. And he coming over here. Hold on. Before, let me just show you his boots. Look at these boots. Are you serious? Who in the world would pay $2,000 for these ugly boots? Are you serious? Like, you know he make clothes for overprivileged white people and black people, for most of all overprivileged white people, because that's the overwhelming majority of his customer base. But this is him walking off, you know, huffy, you know, he all mad and stuff with them ugly boots. But anyway, needless to say, keep doing you, Kanye. Keep talking what you're talking. Stop self-censoring so I can see your breaking point. And if I'm correct, I think that breaking point is when you realize that you done messed up with your children. You've been complaining about not being able to see them before. You ain't seen nothing yet. And I think that's going to be your breaking point. But let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Am I right? Am I wrong? I would love to hear what you have to say. And there you have it, taters, the conclusion to the Treetop News for this Tuesday, November the 1st. Remember, I have an independent video about the new but still same TOS rules that led to over 1,500 Twitter accounts being banned. You're not going to want to miss that video. That is on Liberty South Media. That is available on my other channel. And if you want to get a direct link, just wait until this I conclude, and it will go into the credits, and one of the buttons where you see a yellow background and my avatar, that is how you get access to Liberty South Media. Or you can just go into the YouTube search bar and type Liberty South Media. All right, listen, taters, I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, so there's no live stream, just videos. No live stream, just videos. So anyway, I'll see you on Wednesday, because remember, I live stream Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please feel free, sorry for hitting the mic. Please feel free to join my website at treeoflogic.com. Also, follow me on Locals. It's for free. You can follow me on Locals. It'll notify you every time I upload a video. Well, not every time, because I don't want to clog up your email address, but your email boxes, sorry. But it will let you know a notification once a day or once a day or once every other day. But so it's just being nice to your box. But anyway, that's all from me today. I will leave you and I will see you on Wednesday for the live stream. Remember, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Okay? Thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. And be sure to share some clips from this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Later, taters.